goes. It's going to start off with the countdown. It's going to count down to 3 seconds, and that's when you begin. So as you can see, in the meantime, it is counting down while you are talking, and especially trying to convince Mr. Prudenhuis and the rest of his colleagues on, why your NGO deserves, some of the Irma disaster fund. So you have 1 minute basically to let everyone know a little bit about your NGO, some of the projects that you have planned, and why you think you deserve part of the funds that will be shared out a little bit later. So as you can see, 20 seconds and it's counting down. So you gotta go, you gotta keep on going. Give us as much information as you need.
Everybody, my name is Peter Prince. I'm one of the 7 board members of the CSD, the Caribbean Swim Team Association. It started already? No.
Oh, yeah, it started on the iPad.
So,
you can talk whatever you want now.
Okay, then I talk, because I made some notes just to make sure that I say everything. Well, okay, I introduced myself. Just as many as you know, CSD since the early 90s already home-based at the pool.
Keep going.
I'm going. And that is behind the pet shop at the Union Road, for a lot of people a well-known place. We provide as club swimming lessons with the Dutch ABC, the Dutch diploma program, master swimming under the supervision of a coach, baby body classes, and much more. What happened after the hurricane? After the hurricane, we lost basically our port. You see that also on the picture over there. A lot of materials went on vacation to the Virgin Islands. More important, our coach, the one who is dealing with the children, left basically 1 week after the hurricane to the States, and she didn't come back. So our pool turned into, well, basically a disaster, a green soup, because of not functioning of the pumps, due to no electricity.
10 seconds.
Sorry?
10 seconds.
10 seconds, okay. So the Recovery Fund helped the association very well to bring a coach back to the island. We had 100 children before, and at the moment we have 15. We need more children, because we need 6 people.
Good evening all. My name is Stephanie Asset. I'm a child and adolescent psychologist and the Vice President of APAP, the Association of Psychologists and Allied Professionals. It's APAP's aim to stimulate the use of psychological services on the island in the benefit of psychological well-being of our citizens. So furthermore, APAP acknowledges the importance of continuous professional development within the field and therefore stimulates its members to stay up to date with current developments. APAP's main goal with the NRF grant is to strengthen the local psychologists in their professional development and increase their skill sets, toolkits which they can use to offer continuous help and care to the community. We set out to offer the community, especially those at risk for psychological difficulties, mindfulness sessions. These sessions have the aim to teach people how to deal with hurricane stress or hurricane-related stress. We furthermore aim to psychoeducate the public through our radio program Next Level Thinking in cooperation with government radio and through flyers.
5 seconds.
We are looking forward to getting started.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, we stay with you, sorry.
What are we doing?
Go ahead.
What are we doing?
We are creating St. Maarten's first multifunctional recreational park together with the Community Council of the region.
Yes, you heard that right. A recreational park. It's going to be amazing.
We are building a new basketball court and turning an area which is now full of bush and garbage into a playground and a park.
Where are we doing this?
In Middle Region, right next to the Sister Mary Lance Primary School.
And who will benefit from this?
Benefiting are the students of our school and the people from the community, from the toddlers to the senior citizens and everybody in between.
And when are we going to do this?
We are hoping to have this started by the summer of 2019.
And why are we doing this?
To bring the community together to create safe and everything. Not in 2020, not in 2021, but now!
All right, I'm liking how this is going. Yeah, following this up is very tough, so
Start
thanks a
talking
lot, guys.
already?
All right, so the Turning Point Foundation has been around for 27 years, and the foundation, we handle drug rehab, outpatient and inpatient, volunteer or mandated. We deal with our entire rehab, so basically we tackle the mind, body and the soul. So the idea behind this project is to assist the guys in their rehab process, whereby we think that the vegetable garden could allow them to become more calm, more patient, and more relaxed, as well as help guys who have left the center by supplying them with food, fresh food of course, and as well as reaching out to new clients by bringing them food and supplies while asking them to visit the center for care. Thank you very much.
I'm the president of the foundation, Expertise Center, Advancing on the Way. So we are here since somewhere in the end of 90s to consolidate and improve the well-being of young people everywhere, within their family as well. We're also functioning as an expertise center because we believe in continuous learning of professionals who work with children, so teachers in school but also youth leaders. One of our big largest programs is the afternoon schools, which are funded by the Maarten Development Fund in several areas within the Catholic schools. Children are exposed to activities they would never be able to do, things like tennis lessons, swimming, horseback riding, etc. We applied for funding for after Hurricane Irma for a social emotional program, which is very necessary. It's very necessary and important because it is preventative. It's cities friends and it teach children social coping skills.
We have 1 minute to present. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. 48 containers of dates, 11 cases of limes, 32 cases of tomato, 6 cases of lemons, 28 cases of plantain, 9 cases of celery, 24 cans of hummus, 28 cases of bananas, 16 watermelons, 23 cases of mangoes, 6 cases of broccoli, 9 cases of parsley, 5 cases of cilantro, 36 cans of baba ganoush, 16 bags of spring onions, 8 cases of pineapples, 16 cases of bell peppers, 52 bottles of soda, 2 cases of leeks, 200 kilos of potatoes, 23 eggs of onions, 27 cauliflowers, 12 cases of avocados, 40 cases of squash, 36 grapefruits, 12 cases of grapes, and 10 kilos of sweet potatoes. After 6 months of doing the vegan food share, we were able to rescue all this. We worked with 42 volunteers. We reached at least 1,000 households. Thank you.
Thank you. I got so excited about Freedom Cafe, I forgot it was my turn.
It's up there.
So we have been established since 2012. We're a maritime training foundation for the youth. Our goal is to offer opportunities and experiences for young people in the maritime sector, hoping that they will find their way into our field, where we have a lot of employment, but not a lot of local people entering the field. Normally we work with high school students, and we teach them to sail and to build boats within Milton Peters College. Post-Irma, we've been working with unemployed youth, between 17 and 35. We have a program called Zero to Hero, where we take them with very little marine experience, and after 3 months, participants 10 to 12 at a time, we give them full captain's license so they can work professionally in the industry, either here on St. Maarten or abroad in the cruise lines, cargo, or on Megaya. So this is employment opportunities, giving them much better perspective on where their future can go, and that's what we're all about.
For the people who don't know me or our foundation, I'm Frans Zevenhoven and with the St. Maarten Sea Rescue. I do believe that we're one of the oldest foundations here present. We 39 years this year, so we're quite a long time. So I hope you all know us. This is what we do. We rescue people at sea. We help like the Heineken Regatta. We help like the survival run from FPC. We help with safety on water because the sea is quite dangerous. And we there to help people. This was shortly both pictures. So after the hurricane we are hit badly. Our building is gone, our big boat is badly damaged. The small boat is also damaged. So thanks to the disaster fund, we're really happy to help us and help all of us. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Very different standing next to you and I'm not in your studio. Okay, so does the butter start?
Yeah, start. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Safe Haven is a domestic violence shelter. We take in guests that are female with their minor aged children. What do we do at Safe Haven? So of course we provide a safe space in, where is it? No one knows. Exactly. Good job. So it's an undocumented space. No one knows where it is, supposedly. Practical support we provide to our guests, information and education, and we've been doing a hell of a lot of advocacy this year. So the money will be used for, because we lost like everything. So my office space, my desk, computers, laptops, beds, all of those things. So we're going to be using that to refurbish. That has started already, so that I don't need to work from coffee shops or from the SMBF's office, which I'm sure they will miss me. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. I'm Jerry Nash, Secretary of the St. Maarten AIDS Foundation. Besides all the other programs, the St. Maarten AIDS Foundation has been giving free counseling, consultations, lab work and medications for uninsured persons living with HIV for the past 28 years. Treatment is prevention, because persons under treatment with an undetectable viral load cannot transmit the virus anymore, so patients stay healthy and they cannot transmit HIV. The St. Maarten government, despite 15 years of lobbying, refuses to assist uninsured HIV patients despite the fact that untreated HIV patients can infect local residents. So it's not only ethical, but also a public health issue that you treat everyone in need. For 24 years, I was able to give treatment for free due to complicated collection of unused medications on islands and donations from abroad, but these donations dried up because everybody stays on their easier to take treatment these days. We requested the NRF to help fund the medications and the lab work, which will continue for the past 1.5 years. That way we can treat everybody who is in need and continue to do so. Other programs are testing, free testing for
Good evening, everybody. My name is Maarten. I'm doing this project as the Managing Director of the Multi-Limit Our Kids Foundation ever since 1996. We are working with children from the ages 4 to 16. We have 2 locations in Richmond Estate and also here at Soccer Garden. And what we're doing is do homework with the children and have every month, a topic of the month. We have a topic of the year, and then we do different activities with the children. Our project, the first step to a better community, an asset recycling project, started just after the hurricane, where the kids had to do some drawings and expressing themselves, and they were had about the smoke from the dump, which inspired the kids, us also, to, when we saw the drawings, to do something about it. They wanted to stop the smokes, help the people. Okay, so our project is,
Arts.
Good evening. We are National Institute of Arts. We do dance, drama, visual arts, we do circus arts, we do gymnastics, and we do music. With our project, Music Brings People Together, we are going to bring all the age groups together. Music will bring the youth together with a national youth orchestra. And we have named this YO, first ever youth orchestra in St. Maarten. And music will bring the families together in the neighborhoods with neighborhood concerts. And that band is going to be called Focus. Now, YO and Focus will bring together the seniors, the Alzheimer's patients, the dementia patients, and they are going to entertain them with music. And as Dr. Dyer says, we will make sure that you don't die with your music inside of you.
Good evening. My name is Eileen Wilson, and I'm the co-founder and director of the Lighthouse Educational Foundation. It's a daycare that caters to children between the ages of 0 to 3. My task at the daycare is to take care of these kids when the parents are at work. The funds that we receive from the NRF will be making a bigger classroom, a canteen for the kids to eat, and their own private bathroom. Presently at the school we have some kids living, one boy and a twin girl, 3 kids living at the school. So without the help of the NRF, it will not be possible for me to bring our dream to a reality. Thank you.
That's right. And I think we should give another round of applause to the NRF, because just like she said, without them, a lot of your dreams would not be a reality today. All right? Let's talk about our next group, the St. Maarten Development Fund, SMDF. My good friend Alicia, how you doing? Don't get extra time because we're
And schoolmate. Hi, good evening. My name is Makisha Brooks. I'm the Program and Development Manager of the St. Maarten Development Fund. And I'm also a resident of a community in St. Maarten. And I believe that if you live on St. Maarten, you are also a member of a community on St. Maarten. Communities where we live, they're a big part of ensuring that we have safe spaces for ourselves, our kids, our families. So SMDF's project will focus on community development and disaster risk reduction, but from a community standpoint. We want to work with all the communities on St. Maarten to develop their engagement capacities, to increase their outreach, to ensure that we all know our neighbors. Also, we believe that it's important because in the event of a disaster, your neighbor is technically your first line of contact. They're the person that you can go to, the person that can knock on your door and maybe even give you CPR in case of emergency. So our 15-month project will focus on increasing engagement, outreach, as well as technical skills, such as first aid, light search and rescue for community-based organizations. So if you live in a community, you should be looking out for our project.
Foundation founder. Besides the art school, after Irma, with all the fires and the dump, I think there was a mission for the foundation to start with the 3 R's: recycle, reuse, reduce. From the 1st of December, thanks to the funding, we managed to open up our doors, and we're actually recycling waste and also remodeling. So we're selling our waste, which is fun. Besides creating and making, we also offer opportunities for the community to come in and to create and to sell
recyclables. So, yes.
Good evening. My name is Edith Hopkins. I'm a project manager for the K1 Britannia Foundation, 1TNN. The first project that I will present to you all is our scholarship fund. As a lot of you know, we work mainly with a lot of foster kids and troubled youth on the island. What we always wanted to do as a foundation is look beyond what we can provide in the moment and see what programs we could put in place that would help our youth in the long term. And so with the help of NRF, we are fulfilling one of our dreams as a foundation by starting up a scholarship fund for vulnerable youth. We will be working mainly with organizations that already work directly with youth, such as the Youth Brigade, such as Turning Point. We have worked with Kids at Sea before, and so we also started our program with NEPA today, offering 20 youth the opportunity to further their studies in carpentry. The idea with this is to give the youth a sense of responsibility by making it partial loan, partial scholarship, and we will be there along the way, along with our new colleagues, Malaika Richards, who is also a psychologist, who will be able to help our youth along the way so that they can achieve their goals of furthering their education and becoming functional members of our society. We're going again. Good evening. My name is Edith Hopkins. I'm a project. Anyway, the second project I would like to present is our K1 Direct. Direct stands for Disaster Relief and Crisis Team. As a lot of you may know, after the hurricane, we as K1 Britannia Foundation came out with our group of volunteers between 20 and 40 on a daily basis, working 18 hours a day, even before government was operational. We worked a lot with the care institutions, providing first response to institutions who already were working directly with our vulnerable youth. However, we saw that there was a need, a gap in our disaster relief structure, and we decided that we would work together with government to see how we could fill this need. So what we have now is a group of 20 core members and 10 support members on St. Maarten, and a group of 20 core and 10 support on Curaçao, who are all trained in basic medical, psychological first aid, search and rescue swimming. Then we have team leaders as well who will continue in training such as humanitarian training, logistics and information management, and like this we are able as a group of volunteers to be fully funded in order to help not only St. Maarten but the region in disaster situations.
Everyone, good evening. Calvin Institute for Social Education Foundation. My name is Theophilus Thompson. I'm the president. In 2004, when we looked at the situation in the workplace, we decided to organize our school program for working parents, which is a very successful program. But since the hurricane, we went and did a survey among workers and the community in general to see what was their problem. Those who had their homes, their job losses, and so on. And right away, we made contact with the Red Cross. So we've been working very closely with the Red Cross in providing help for persons who are in need, whether working housing or food stuff. We also work with peer development. That's an organization on Pan Island with kids who are troubled kids. And we've just had to work with Rujima, giving them facilities to keep their after-school program. So we're very active in working with other NGOs, giving our facilities for them to do whatever while we ourselves are doing things to help those who are in need. Thank you.
Well, thanks. I rest my case because my name is Maarten. I'm the Information and Prevention Coordinator at the Mental Health Foundation, which is the leading secondary healthcare provider on the island. And to cut it short, our mission is to improve the overall mental health on the island. Within our facility, we provide different types of clinical care, but we also go out on the road with our ambulance team to treat the people wherever they need treatment. And we also deal with crisis situations. In our facility, we also have a daycare where we help our clients to re-enter back in society, and that's mainly where the funds of the disaster fund went to. As you can see in the picture, after the hurricane, we had a lot of cracks in our facility, which we can repair now. In the picture below, there's a candle crafting room, which we use to make candles with our clients. And we have new beds for them available. Thank you.
2 minutes.
Good
in Martinborough, and I am the social worker, one of the social workers at the White and Yellow Cross Care Foundation. And I work for the section, this is the Basilia Center. And during the hurricane, we was very busy in the community repairing homes. And we repaired 48 houses of our clients. And in addition, we applied for the funding from the National Disaster Fund, and which we helped 79 families by first doing basic household needs assessment, and based on that, the families were granted a fridge, a stove, and mattresses. And in that, we purchased 22 fridges, 45 stoves, 59 beds, 79 mattresses, and 41 washing machines, and 43 dining sets. So thank you very much.
I'm a psychologist working at the White and Yellow Cross Foundation. And the night before the hurricane, believe it or not, I was submitting a project in the last hours of internet. It was Tell Me About Your Past, focused on connecting seniors and teenagers. Irma happened, everything turned upside down. The project stopped, or actually it evolved. It turned into the Hurricane and Rainbows project. Last Friday we had our kickoff. We had 54 students sign up who are going to be documenting the stories of elderly and their own about hurricanes. The natural ones that we encounter here, but maybe also the personal ones that we encounter in our life. So a psychosocial project that I'm very proud to just have started with my colleagues, and I hope to invite you around April for an exhibition and the documentation of our project.
Very, very nice. The White and Yellow Cross.
Who are we? We are the St. Martin Youth Brigade, and we are too legit to quit. We stand for good conduct, responsibility, team spirit, professionalism, reliability, commitment, and leadership skills. Our target group is the youngsters 12 to 21. Our program works holistically to create resilient youth through physical trainings, mental strength training, cognitive social education, in order to promote self-confidence, self-esteem, and higher level thinking skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, the picture I was going to show you is of us on the boardwalk after the hurricane, and it just depicts togetherness, the training that we give them to care for their society. Basically, we are thankful and grateful that we can get our office back and start regrouping again. Thank you so much for the
Okay, so my name is Melanie Schwazi. Most of you guys know me from the Change Foundation and SSM Duke, but tonight I'm with 4C Foundation. So what I'm about to tell you guys, I know will resonate with a lot of you in this room. So you got internet connection back after the hurricane, and all of a sudden you're getting a bunch of messages and emails from different people saying, hey, I have supplies, where can I donate them? Who's the most active organization on the ground? Where can I volunteer? Where can I donate? So Empower is 4C Foundation's most latest project, and its primary objective is to first connect organizations, second, improve the capacity of not-for-profits on the island, and third, strengthen communities as a whole. We aim to do this by establishing an online network database of all NPOs or not-for-profits on St. Martin, and host periodic workshops, trainings, and programs with hands-on activities and resources that will benefit all of you guys in this room. So take my card after this.
Thank you, Melanie. And I think we have come to the end of our presentation. All the foundations, once again, give them a round of applause. And I think you guys should give yourself a round of applause because day in, day out, you're taking your own time and energy and sometimes even your personal funds to, put together and keep these foundations alive. I mean, you guys are, using your own resources to help other people out there. I mean, sometimes, some of us could be very selfish, but you guys have decided to put that away and decided to help the community of St. Maarten. So once again, a round of applause for yourselves.